Hello, and it's another very windy, dismal day on the allotment. We've done a fair bit this week, though. We've achieved quite a bit. I've got to show you the rubbish, really, haven't I? I've got to do it every week. So there it is, and this ground is cleared. We're going to put cardboard on this patch to stop the weeds coming up. So Graham came up with the mower and cut it all down for us. So we're going to cover that with cardboard, just so that it's less for us to dig, really. It'll just make life a little bit easier. There's the currants. We're still getting some more currants every now and again. We've done quite well off that. And then this bed, we've made this bigger, neatened up the edges a bit, brought it all the way back. And I had a few more very sad looking courgette plants, but I took all the bad leaves off and popped them in the ground because they were flowering, and we thought they may as well go in the ground. Hopefully they'll grow. I'll just bring you round to the tree. We've started to mulch this. I'll put a whole load more mulch that we've made from the hedge trimmings on there. So we weeded all the way around it. I just want to give it a little bit of space, and in the autumn we'll cut it back a bit and let it grow, because it's looking very sad still. It's quite gnarly in there, so it needs a good trim, a bit of love, and hopefully next year it'll look great. But the apples up there are looking pretty good. They're growing, so we'll get something off it this year, but hopefully next year it'll do even better. Sweet corn's growing, so are the nasturtiums there. It'd be nice when they're growing a little bit more and they're sort of covering the ground down there a bit more. But squash plants are picking up. We've mulched them. They've got a nice neighbour that cut their lawn and gave us the grass clippings so we could mulch the plants a little bit. Well, it's good because it encourages the worms and everything as well. So look in there, that one's looking great. Look, all those flower buds coming. Can't wait. We've got some lovely flowers in there, and in that one too. They are really picking up, so I'm so pleased with them. It makes me really happy when they start doing well, because these plants got such a battering for a couple of weeks from the weather. I'm really pleased that they're starting to pick up. We've got the noodle beans in there. I think a bird's pulling these out, which is really annoying because I keep having to replant them. There we go. And there's the peas. Peas are doing awesome. They're flowering nicely, and when we look closely you can see they've already got pods on. Look, they're starting to fill out, so I'm really pleased with those as well. It's all coming along now. We're making this section wider. We're finding lots of potatoes, like volunteer potatoes in here. So they must have grown years ago. There must have been a good sized potato patch here, and we're finding a fair few. Got enough for a meal out yesterday. And there's the mint patch is getting a little bit smaller. We've been giving that away, been using some. There's these potatoes, they're looking about ready to come out. And give them maybe another week, and then we'll have to get those out because they're starting to brown off a little bit, and we don't want blight. There's the iron cross plant. We dug that up. We gave that to loads of people as well. And the cucumber, I noticed. Where is it? Under there. It's starting to cling on now. It's going to climb. Really happy with that. Zinnias. There's that one. And the one on the end. They're looking amazing. And beans are doing good too. So these were the runner beans that I planted straight into the ground. They're looking really healthy. They look great. And then the other ones are starting to get really nice buds, look. I can't wait for them to flower properly. And I'll bring you around. There's the other beans. Some of these got pulled out. I'm wondering if it's birds doing it actually, whether they're pulling them out. So I had to come back again and poke some more beans in the ground. But these, they look really sad. They're just getting battered by the wind and picked at by the birds, but they're still flowering. So hopefully we'll get plenty of beans off them still. So there we go. And we're doing these beds are like market garden type beds. So we're doing the bed itself is 30 inches wide, which I suppose is about 75 centimetres or so, and then the little pathways in between are about 12 inches wide, so it just gives you enough room to walk down and sort of harvest anything. So that's that, and we're gonna be doing the like market style beds all the way down this eventually, and we'll just keep each week we'll keep digging a little bit further into this section. Some piles of rubbish. There we go, the water butts. Look at this very cottage garden look. We've got this water butt fixed, all the holes are sealed. All the holes are sealed. Makes us really happy, and it's actually raining now, so we're hoping we might get some water going on the top of that. And the net in there is just to stop any like leaves or anything getting in there and spoiling the water, so keeps it clean. And down here, this has all been cut back again because it was starting to get overgrown. Again, this is it. This is all we're going to be doing really here, is just maybe once a month cut it all back again. We've piled all the tin and stuff that we'll be using later on. We've just piled it on there just to try and stop the brambles coming back so aggressively. But yeah, we'll just keep this cut back until the autumn, until we can get some beds in. It'll be nice to get that done, so next spring we'll have a lovely little area down here and we can look across those fields. And the view's a bit more dull today, but when the sun's out you can see for miles. It's beautiful. There we have it. That's this week. I look forward to seeing you again next week. So bye bye for now.